The name's Ren. I'm in my first year of university and living by myself. I left home and finally became free. Just when I thought my life was gonna get started, everything fell apart. It began when I was 9 years old. I was brought up by my dad, who was a single father. But one day, he suddenly told me, "Ren, you're going to have a new mother. Do you think you can get along with her?" "A new mom? I don't need a new mom!" "Why? She'll make you dinner every day, and you won't be lonely when I'm at work." "I'm used to it. I prefer living with just you, Dad." "Work's going to get busier from now on, so I'll be late coming home. I can't leave you to eat just fast food and microwave dinners." "But it tastes so good! I like that food! It tastes better than your cooking!" "Ren, is my cooking that bad?" "Oh, I'm sorry! I didn't mean that!" "I'm not very good at cooking. I tried my best to make you dinner, but the truth is, I don't think it tastes good either." "That's not true! I love the scrambled egg you make, Dad!" "Ren, you're so kind. Thank you." And so, my dad remarried. But for some reason, I didn't like the idea of welcoming my new mom. Then, on the weekend, just like my dad said, the woman who would become my new mom arrived. Because my dad had work, it would be just the two of us at home.
You must be Ren. It's nice to meet you. You don't have to force yourself to call me Mom, okay? All right, you must be hungry. What food do you like and hate?
I hate bell peppers! I kinda hate fish, too!
Okay, then how about an omelet with fried rice? I'll hide bell peppers inside.
You'll hide them?
That's right. Just hide the things you don't like.
You can hide them?
Yep, let's have an omelet and fried rice. Ren, can you help me?
I can do anything!
Can you bring me the plates?
Okay! When she first came, she was so kind, and I could get on with her. The food she made was so much better than Dad's. Then, when I was 10, my little sister was born. She was so cute, and I always took care of her. When she became 1, she was walking around.
Ren, keep an eye on Noah. It's dangerous. What are you doing? You're always playing games. You have to watch her.
Okay, but I have homework afterwards.
Watching your sister is more important. Do you understand? You have to change her nappy, too.
Before I knew it, I was changing her nappies, preparing her food, playing with her. I'd become her nanny. By the time I could get round to doing my homework, it was already the middle of the night. I was starting to lose sleep. Our mother said she would start work and left Noah in kindergarten. I'd finally got into the soccer club I had always wanted to join and was enjoying my school life until I got a message from my mother one day.
Ren, I'm going to be late today, so go and collect Noah for me. The prom is at the kindergarten. You can use it to take her home.
I have soccer, so I'm going to be late home today.
Just tell them you'll be going when time comes for the kindergarten to shut. They can't complain. It's a family matter.
But I want to play soccer properly.
It's just a game. It's not important.
You're horrible. What time are you coming home?
I don't know. I'll be home before Dad comes home, so give Noah dinner and put her to sleep. She'll sleep once you've read her a book.
Just for today. Ever since then, she was late home more and more often. In the days leading up to a match, I was supposed to stay longer to practice and train, but because of my mother's control, I couldn't. There were a few days where I couldn't participate in practice at all, and the captain eventually told me to leave the club. I didn't have any freedom. My feelings turned to hatred, and I was finding it hard to keep those feelings hidden. But finally, I graduated and got into university. Even better, I could live by myself. Everything changed, and I could have fun. It was as though my life up until now had been a bad dream. Then suddenly, I had a message from my mother. My dad had passed away. I couldn't accept reality. There's no way it could be true. When the funeral was over, I was about to return to my apartment.
Where's Mom?
I don't know. Where did she go?
She's been gone since yesterday.
Huh? I had a bad feeling. I checked my dad's house. All of her clothes were gone. No way. Her shoes were gone too. My mother had disappeared. She'd abandoned such a small child and left. Noah, don't worry. Mom must have sent Dad off to heaven, that's all. Once she's done, she'll be right back. I'm with you. So don't worry.
Really? You won't go away again? I was really lonely. Don't leave me alone anymore.
Noah, it's okay. I'm strong, so you can rely on me. It was like I was trying to convince myself. I couldn't help but sigh. For a while, I was taking care of Noah at my dad's house, but our mom didn't come back after all. I returned the keys to my own apartment and went back home. I decided to raise my little sister. However, it wasn't so easy to juggle university, work, and taking care of my sister, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any other choice but to give up on university and find a full-time job. Like that, my life living with my little sister began.
Ren, thank you for everything. Isn't this uniform cute?
It's not the uniform, it's you. You're already 13.
I feel a bit more like an adult. I want to enter the girls' soccer club. What do you think?
Soccer? There's a club for girls?
Yeah, why?
When I was going to school, they only had a boys' club.
What club did you choose? Don't tell me you didn't enter anything.
I was in the soccer club too.
What, really? Then you must have been in a lot of matches.
Well, I haven't played in any matches.
Huh?
There was a lot going on. If you've decided on the soccer club, then we've got to practice. I'll teach you.
Seriously? I can't wait.
To improve at a sport, you've got to practice a lot. I'll train you every day.
I want to get better and play in a match.
You'll be able to, straight away. Let's go buy a ball.
Yes!
I was surprised by Noah's decision. I couldn't believe I'd be able to play soccer with her. It was like a dream come true. We went to buy a ball, and we practiced together every day. She polished her skills in no time and played a great part in her matches.
Ren, it's difficult to say, but...
What's up? Wait, don't tell me you've made a boyfriend.
That's not it. I've grown out of my soccer shoes. I want new ones, but they're so expensive, so...
Don't bother about that. If you wear shoes that don't match your size, you won't be able to play properly. When do you want to go?
I can go tomorrow afternoon.
All right, it's settled. Tomorrow afternoon. I've got to finish up the chores until tomorrow. How about we eat out for once?
What? Are you sure?
We don't get to go often, so let's treat ourselves. What do you want to eat?
There's something I've always wanted to try. Have you heard of red hot meat?
I have! I heard it's pretty good, and cheap too.
Yeah, there's an all-you-can-eat buffet for $15. It's so cheap.
Got it! Let's eat there! I couldn't give her a luxurious lifestyle, but she never complained. I could sympathize, so I thought it would be good to eat at a restaurant for once. I didn't think she'd be this happy. Even though she's still a teenager, she's not embarrassed to go out with her brother. I'm glad she's not as rebellious as other kids. I've got to do my best at work. For Noah's sake, I've got to work hard. Noah got into university. When I first took her in, I never could have imagined a future like this. She's grown up into a sweet, kind girl. I really am happy. Then she began a part-time job. You don't have to work, you know.
It'll be good experience to the real world before I start a full-time job. I can save pocket money and I can pay for stuff. That way I can help you.
Noah, you don't have to think about me. You've got to enjoy your uni life. It still counts as your childhood. You're free to do whatever you like.
That's why I don't want to waste my time. I want to do my best.
Noah, you've grown up so much.
What are you talking about? I'm already an adult. You can't treat me like a child anymore. You've got to hurry up and get married too.
Hey, I didn't think you'd say something like that. I'm shocked.
Big bro, you're almost 30.
Huh? Am I already that old?
I can't believe you'd forget your own age.
She was already such an adult and had matured so much. She really isn't a kid anymore. One day, she'll leave home too. Once I thought that, I felt lonely. Without realizing, I'd become more of a father than a big brother. A father at 28. That's pretty young to be a dad. Noah graduated from university and landed a job with a major company. And I felt it was a bit fast, but tomorrow is her wedding day. I can sympathize with the dads of the world, watching their daughters leave the nest. It was so fast. In a matter of hours, I'm going to graduate from being a dad. Up until now, I was only filled with worry about what the future would hold, and I struggled my way through. But Noah grew up fine. I want her to be happy. The ceremony finished, and I was a melting pot of emotions. Today, Noah is really beautiful. As I walked her down the aisle, I was reminiscing about what she was like when she was younger. Since then, she's never asked anything about her mom, and she must have been holding it in all this time. Suddenly, I couldn't stop my tears. And then it was time for the after party. But even though she had disappeared all those years before, our mother turned up.
Noah, congratulations! You're already a grown woman. I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, please, I'm your mother. I'm really sorry, but I don't have a mother. It's a very important day for me, so please leave. Don't be so cold. You're my daughter. Can't you hear me? I'm asking you to leave. This event is invite only. If you're going to be trouble, I'll just have to call the police. How dare you talk to your mother like that? I didn't give birth to you. You wouldn't be here today. My brother is my only family. I don't have a mother. Please leave. Fine. But just lend me some money first. You must have a lot of money in the wedding presents. Just give me a little bit. I'm having some money problems. Enough! Do you know how much my big brother had to suffer because of you? And he didn't complain at all. Whose fault is that? I don't have a mother anymore. Please leave. I don't even want to look at you.
After hearing how Noah felt, I forced our mother out of the venue. And then, you have to understand how Noah feels. If you really think of her as a daughter, try and think about it.
I guess you'll do. Lend me some money. I'm begging you.
Don't come near us ever again. It was a shocking incident. I didn't think she would ever turn up again, especially not on Noah's wedding day. Of course we couldn't forgive her. Even though it was a rocky start, the after party began. It was small, but comfortable. It was a shame that we couldn't have our parents here. Then the MC announced,
"The bride would like to say a few words of gratitude. If the older brother would come to the stage."
Wait, that's usually meant for the father. Why is it me? No way! I couldn't hide my surprise and headed towards the stage where Noah was waiting. Then she began to speak.
To my big brother, Ren, thank you for raising me. It all began when I was 10 years old. One day our father collapsed and passed away. Then when his funeral was over, we realized that our mother was missing. At that time, I didn't understand that she had abandoned us, but my big brother told me, "Mom's gone to send Dad off," and I felt his kindness. My big brother was in his freshman year of university, but he dropped out and got a job just to raise me. I ended up stealing my brother's life. He did everything without a single complaint. Ren, in middle school, you were in the soccer club, right? But because Mom told you that she would be late coming home, you always picked me up from kindergarten. And you'd always make me dinner and prepare my bath and read me a book and send me to sleep. That became the norm. And you had to quit the club, right? When I realized that, my chest hurt. My big brother lost his own time, his freedom, everything. But even so, he worked so hard to bring me up. He made me lunch for school, he brought me my uniform, he paid my school fees. I was really happy. Ren, I'm sorry. Because of me, you couldn't enjoy your 20s. I'm really sorry. But I'm really grateful for everything you've done for me. Thank you for raising me, big brother. Next, it's your turn to find happiness. I want you to be 100 times, 1,000 times happier than we've been up until now. I want you to become the happiest big brother in the world. Thank you.
Because of Noah's sudden letter, I cried my eyes out. And then, the microphone was pointed towards me. I replied to Noah's words. "Noah, congratulations on your marriage. I never imagined that this day would come, so I was a bit shocked. And once I thought that you'd be leaving home, I felt pretty lonely. I only made it this far because you were with me. If If I was by myself, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to get over Dad's death. I was only able to do my best because you were with me. I want you to be happy forever. I'm grateful to you too. There were a lot of times I got my freedom back because you were with me. You were the most important thing to me, so I did everything and worked hard for our small family. You didn't take anything from me. I was encouraged by your smile. Next, you can smile for your new husband, for your new family. Don't forget, life doesn't stop. You shouldn't run away from life. Everyone is suffering from something. The person who's there to help them through it is family. No matter what, family comes first. So Noah, I want you to take care of your new family. Be happy. Congratulations. When I looked around, everyone in the room was crying, and everyone's applause was echoing through the hall. Like that, my life without Noah began. Somehow, now that I didn't have to do anything for Noah around the house, it was like a hole had been made in my chest. I realized that doing something for someone else wasn't a matter of the head, but the heart. I don't regret having decided to raise Noah that time. There were a lot of things I couldn't do for her, but we had a lot of fun, even though it was just the two of us. As long as we don't stop moving, life can only get better. We shouldn't run away. After that, our mother turned up at my house. But of course I got angry. It turns out that she disappeared that time because of a guy, but he was an alcoholic and needed treatment. But it's none of my business. Sometime after, the guy apparently passed away, and our mother's working a part-time job. Noah's doing her best to balance home and work. They're still young, so they don't plan to have kids yet. They're enjoying their time together, going on trips and to hot springs. They both like cooking, so they buy foreign spices and herbs and try their hand at making dishes from all over the world. That's their version of happiness. As for me, I'm planning to go on a trip to find myself. I'm going to go at my own pace, with just a backpack. I don't know when I'll be coming back home. It seems having a family will be further down the line. I've got to grow as a human before I can protect my own family. I'm looking forward to how things will be in 10 years' time.